Okay, I'm going to try to give a super fast demo of this BMC Remedy User Tool in 10 minutes. It's going to be tough. Let's see how much we can cover. Logging in as under the demo account, and we see the home screen here. You can always get the home screen by clicking the little home button. What we have here under quick links, sometimes referred to as entry points, are hyperlinks to different applications or consoles. One of the things you can do is bring up the systems admin console. With the Remedy User Tool, we can do all of these things. We can launch applications, we can run reports, we can export data, systems admin, maybe we'll get to debugging. Let's see how much we can do. Okay, to launch applications, you simply click on a hyperlink. Let's look at this departments form. It comes up in search mode, which is typically or by default a blue background, and if we go to new mode to create a new request, it has a green background. You can toggle between the two modes here by using these icons, or you can use F2 and F3 also work for switching between new and search mode. In search mode, you can hit Control Enter and look at all of your records. It tells us that we have 33 records. We're looking at number 1 of 33, 2 of 33, and we can select multiple records in the usual way. Control click, Control Shift. There's my Shift key. Let's see, one more time. There we have 9 records selected. And I guess we better cover new mode. In new mode, you'll notice this pencil icon is grayed out until I enter something here. Now it's a yellow pencil, which means it can be saved. Department ID 25. We can just save this. And now if we go back to search mode and do an unqualified search, we'll find it somewhere. Here at the bottom there are 2 25s. We can delete a record. We can use the delete key. We can say edit. There's got to be a way to delete a record. Here under actions, the delete is Control D. Sometimes it's not your typical keys. So now 25 is here. You'll notice it doesn't quite sort the way you might expect because this is a character field and a blank comes before a digit. So 25 is right after 240 is 25 and 250, or I guess it's a null character. What else can we do? If we double click a record, you notice even though it's a green background, we're in modified mode, so we can change the record, and once we do, again the save icon turns yellow and we can save it. If we go back to search mode and hit Control Enter, we can see that we made a change here. If we leave this open and make our change in this fashion, 231, and save it, you'll notice that it turns to italics and you don't really see the change here. The italics tell us that it has been changed. We have to refresh the search to see the updated information. Okay, we've played around with running applications using the Remedy User Tool. Let's look at Systems Admin. I'm going to close these different windows. I'm going to close all of the windows, bring up the home page again. You'll see that there's a hyperlink to Systems Admin. If I click on that, I can drill in here. I can drill into server information, and if I go to configuration, I can unclick allowed qualified searches, apply that, OK, and we're back to the console. I'll close the console, back to the home page. Let's bring up the departments table again. I'll double click this window to maximize it, hit Control Enter, and you'll see now it tells us that an unqualified search was issued. If we wanted to be treacherous, we could circumvent that with a wildcard character and bring up all of our records again. There are sometimes different ways to circumvent the system, but that's a little more advanced. Let's talk about reporting, see what we can do super quickly. I'm going to highlight 6 records here, selecting 6 records. This icon here is for reports, or it's also a tool. Reporting brings up the same window. New style. If I double click new style, it gives us the options. We can select from the form we were working on. We can add a couple of fields. General, see here where it says new style, my name, and if I say OK, voila, we have created a report style. Let's just jump back to properties again. We were here. We could sort on department ID, descending. For statistics, we can do a count of any field really. We can say total departments. And we need to move this to the bottom of this screen for it to stick. My title, my head, my left foot, and we want a column style report. Separator can be anything. Apply, and you'll notice over here we can see a little bit of what we've done. But to see a preview with data, we have to click on preview. Voila, there it is. Not too fancy, but we've covered reports, exporting data. So now that we have this report style, we can say export to a file, and if we export it to a report type file, we'll get what we saw. And if we export to a CSV file, it'll create a CSV file. If we export to an XML file, it'll create an XML file. And that's how you export data. We can look at those files really quickly. Here's our XML file. Here's our report file. Here's our CSV file. Real quickly, the user tool can also be used by developers for debugging. Using this option, you can turn on logging. You want to look at your active links or your filters. Tell it the file you want it to look, you want to place your log into, and then just run your application, and the log file will tell you what's happened as you run your application. Active links will fire. You can see SQL, all of those things. The trick is to quickly turn off logging so that you can zero in on exactly where your bug is. I'd appreciate any feedback, good, bad, or ugly, or perhaps not ugly. You can send it to me at remedyjedi@gmail.com. I didn't know how to spell Padawan, but again, I'd appreciate any feedback. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.